What's up, guys? Today, I thought it would be a fun idea to do, since we just did the grocery haul, that it would be a fun idea to do how I prep my food for the week. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So as you can see, I have everything laid out here. I have the mixed vegetables, ground beef, slices of cheese for the breakfast sandwiches, and the English muffins, eggs for the breakfast sandwiches. But first, we're going to be opening the chicken, dicing it up, and getting it in a container to be seasoned. I like dicing the chicken up in small pieces because I feel like I have a texture problem with food, and I feel like the smaller the pieces are, the better the chicken, rice, and mixed vegetables taste. So I'm going to get these cut up in the pan, in the container, and then I'll show you what seasoning we have on. But don't worry, I'm not going to put you through the excruciating pain of watching me cut up this slowly. Let's fast forward to a time lapse. 3, 2, 1, go. Actually, have I had my birthday party today. All my church family members came over, and it was really fun. I actually got 2 new shirts, a Young LA shirt and then a 2024 Ohio State National Championship shirt. It's really cool. Now for the chicken, I like cutting it up in long strips like this, like that, and then I'll cut these strips into little cubes like that. And then it just makes it really small. It's easier to cook. I do 2 batches, and then it's easier to cook, it's easier to eat. And I do 1 breast at a time. So now as you can see, we got all that chicken cut up in this container. I'm going to show you the seasoning I put on it. Then we'll get the pan going. Then we'll get not the pan going for this yet. We'll get the meat cut up. So what I've been using recently is this Mrs. Dash Ultimate Garlic Seasoning Blend, 0 calories. My grandparents got it reduced, so sale, that's good. But I'm almost out of that, so they got something else on the sale, and it's called Lawry's Lemon Pepper. I'm gonna put that on it. So I'm gonna use the rest of this garlic seasoning, and then I'm gonna put this lemon pepper on it. So hopefully that'll be good. I don't really like lemon that much, but we'll see how it tastes. So I'm gonna put the rest of this garlic on. Put it back here. I'm gonna open this lemon. Hopefully this is good. See how it smells when we open it. It smells strong, but it kind of smells like, it smells pretty good actually. I think it'll be fine. So I'm gonna put some of that, a lot of that actually, not some, a lot. I like my season. I mean, if you're gonna eat chicken and rice every day, you need it to be taste a little good. Which, hot take, I think chicken and rice actually taste amazing. Like a lot of people think that that's the bodybuilder, like that's the when you think of a bodybuilder, you think of chicken and rice, and they're like, oh, they do whatever they eat for their body. They don't do it for taste. But in my opinion, chicken and rice is amazing. And I know this is weird, but I throw soy sauce on the chicken, rice, and vegetables. It tastes amazing. So now I'm combining all this seasoning with this chicken. And we're gonna prep all the raw meat first. So I'm gonna next after this, we're gonna get the patties ready and rolled up into balls ready to smash. And then we'll be ready to cook everything. So I'm gonna let this marinate in the seasoning for a while. Might throw a little bit more on there actually. I think this is gonna be good chicken. The seasoning's sticking to it really well. Last time I made it, that garlic seasoning didn't really stick to it well. So I changed up the angle a little bit so you guys could see a little bit different angle of the cooking process. Like I said, we're letting that chicken marinate back there. While we're letting that marinate for a little bit, we're gonna get this ground beef ready. I actually used half of this packet already today to make some burgers because I wanted to make food while everybody was eating at my party, but I didn't want to have to prep all the food while they were here. So I just prepped 2 patties for myself. So that's why that's only half a packet. Gonna get that packet open. Get this packet open. And then, like I said in the car talk yesterday, I cut each one of these packets into 4 little servings, and then each one of those little squares I roll up, and then I smash them down while I'm cooking them, and then they make little patties. Actually, the patties I made today, absolutely raw in the center, so I got to make sure that I cook these right. I got to make sure I turn the heat down a little bit. I need to turn the heat down a little bit because too high of heat and then it just burns the outside, gives it a crust, makes you think like it's done, but the inside's completely raw and cold. And I'm going to season these patties with the same seasoning I did with the chicken, the lemon pepper. Finally got that open. So we got those 4 out. Gonna throw these away. Have to take that trash out too. Wipe the hands off. Oh, I need to make sure I wash my hands because I just touched raw chicken. Thank you guys for reminding me. It's actually God that reminded me. Okay, clean hands. And earlier, you saw me get the container, put the balls of meat in to smash them up before we cook them. So this is what I do. Hopefully you guys can see this. Scoot you in a little bit closer to my hands. This is what I'm gonna do. This is the packet that it comes in. This is what I do. Cut it in half, just like that, and then cut it in half one more time. And then I take these little squares, roll them up, and then that's a patty right there. I smash it down. I'll show you how I do that later. I smash it down, and that's a patty. It makes a really good sized patty. I thought for sure they were going to be way smaller when I first got these packets of meat, but they're actually really good sized patties. Set you guys back up here. Get a good view. So yeah, that's how I make those patties. My head's cut off a little bit. I have to fix that. 3 patties make 12, or 3 packets of meat make 12 patties. It's good for me for a week. There we go. Now my head's not cut off. So we got these balls rolled up. And then I don't season the balls. I smash them down, season one side, cook it, season the other, and then it's done. Get these balls made up. Cut this one just in half because we already used half of it. One more time. This one's a little frozen. Definitely need to make sure we cook this one long enough. And then for the mixed vegetables, honestly, I just put them in a pan, spray some zero sugar olive oil on the bottom, zero sugar olive oil spray on the bottom, and then add a little bit of water, and then cover a pan, and then cook in like 5 minutes. Really simple. And then I just add them to a container like this, and I spoon it out throughout the meal, throughout the week I need. And get all this meat, leftover meat off the cutting board. And I just realized I use the same cutting board for raw chicken and raw beef, so hopefully I don't die from salmonella. If I don't post any more videos, you guys know why. Because I died from salmonella, or however you say that word. I honestly don't know how to say it. So there we go. Those patties are done. And I'm going to cut to a different clip. I'm going to get all this cleaned up and then put you guys back on. So as you can see now, we got everything cleaned up. We got the meat ready to cook. We got the pans out. So now we're ready to get the pans heated up. And like I said before, the burgers I cooked today were very raw, so I'm gonna try a different process of turning the heat down a little bit so it cooks slower, so it cooks through the meat and doesn't just cook the outside of the meat, it cooks the inside. So I'm gonna put that way down, kind of right there. Set the pan on top. And then I'm gonna use this olive oil cooking spray. It says 0 calories. Probably a lot of horrible things for you in it, but that's okay as long as it's 0 calories. It's good for the physique. Give it a nice healthy spray. And then like I said, I'm going to be using the lemon pepper seasoning for the burgers as well. And I'll show you, after this pan gets heated up, I'll show you how I make the patties. So I'll let these pans get heated up. This is the pan. This pan is what I'm going to be using for the mixed vegetables that I'm going to be cooking. And after these pans get heated up, I'll cut to a clip of me getting everything ready. There we go. Got both the pans heating up. I swapped you guys angles there so you could see a better process, a better angle of the cooking process. I got the mixed vegetable pan heating up. I got the meat pan heating up. And I like to cook the ground beef before I cook the chicken just because I don't want, just in case there's any chance of raw chicken juice being in there, I don't want there to be a chance in the patties. So I'm going to cook these patties first. Obviously, a test, by the way, a trick to see if a pan is hot. Get your fingers wet and then go like that. And if it makes that sound, I don't know if you can hear that. Here, I'll do it again. If it makes that sound, that means it's hot. Too hot, actually. Need to turn the heat down because I do not want the patties to be burnt, like I said, like I did today. Spray it a little bit more. And that's good. Pan for the mixed vegetables, also too hot. I never said I was a professional chef. So I'm going to turn that down too. A little bit. There we go. Now that's hot. Since that pan's hot and this pan's hot, I'm gonna get these patties going and then throw in the mixed vegetables. So this is what I do. I started with the ball. Here, I'll redo the process so you guys can see. Start with the ball, and then this is literally what I do in my hands. Smash it down like that. Use the end of your finger so it gets a little bit, because if you leave it like that thick, the inside's not gonna get cooked. So I try to smash it down as thin as I can go, kind of like smash patties. Then I throw them in the pan like that. Make sure the pan gets all over there so it doesn't get sticky. Like that. I'll throw 2 in at a time. I feel like 3, I get too overwhelmed and I'm going to burn some. The mixed vegetable pan is really getting hot, so I'm going to spray some more. I'm going to get these cracked open. I just get the steamed mixed vegetables from Aldi's, Season's Choice Aldi's brand. Really cheap, really good. So I'm going to cut these open, get them in the pan. That's literally all I do for those. Throw them in a pan, and then after I get all of them in there, I'm going to throw in some water, and then throw a lid on top. Like that. Gonna try to open all of these up at the same time. And as you can see, the patties are cooking. I don't throw a pan on that because I don't see a need to. But maybe that's why the inside isn't cooked. Maybe if I throw a pan on it, the inside will get cooked better. Let's see if we can do this without making a mess. Probably not. Oh, snap. We did it without making a mess. Make sure all of them are out there. Lost a pea or two. And I'm going to recycle these. I'm going to wash them out, but I won't do that on video. Lost a few peas and corn pieces, so we'll put that in there. And then I'm going to use this for the patties. Oh, forgot to season them. Thank you, God, for reminding me. So season these. That's a lot of seasoning. Hopefully, I really love this lemon seasoning because I put a bunch on the chicken and a bunch on the burgers. And then for the for the mixed vegetables, I'm going to use a spoon. Get them mixed up in there. Make sure the bottom isn't burning. Then this is what you do. Get a cup, whatever cup's clean, a little bit of water. This is how much water I'm talking. Dab, dab, boom, done. And then put the lid on, and you literally can leave that sit for 5 minutes, stir it, leave it for one more minute, and then it's completely done. That's all you have to do. Don't even need to wash the cup because it's just water, in my opinion. So I'm going to put that back with the clean cups. And then a trick I also like to do when I'm cooking the ground beef patties is spray the top of the ground beef patties with a little bit more spray. And then when you flip it over, there's just that extra spray on there so you know it doesn't stick. Those are ready. Not ready, but being cooked. So since I have all this, it's just the same process for all of these patties. I'm going to cut when I'm cooking the chicken. Hope you guys enjoy. So while these patties are cooking, I just wanted to do, I didn't just, but I wanted to show you guys the little dessert I made for later. Literally just Greek yogurt, Cool Whip, zero sugar, and a protein powder scoop. I actually got a free little packet from Bucked Up for my birthday from my girlfriend's family's parents, or uncle and aunt. So I used that packet with Greek yogurt. I might film me eating that for you, give you some tips on dieting or something. Just wanted to show you guys. While I'm getting these burgers cooked, I'll cut back to the clip when I'm cooking the chicken. Those burgers are looking amazing back there. So as you can see, we got these mixed vegetables all cooked up in the container. We got those amazing patties cooked up in the container. And I actually took the time to clean the pan off, and it's currently getting hot right now to cook that chicken. I'm going to set you guys over here. Hopefully we'll be able to get another good angle of that. Hopefully my head isn't cut off. It isn't. We're good. Ready to roll. So we're getting this hot. Do the trick again I taught you guys. It's hot. So we're going to get some of this chicken. And like I said, I do probably 2 batches of this because all of it can't fit into one pan. And I really do get scared when I cook chicken. So probably 95% of the time I overcook chicken. But I really do not want to get sick from salmonella or however you say it. So I bet 95% of the time I overcook chicken. But I'd rather have overcooked chicken than die from eating raw chicken. So that's probably half of it. I cook that half, and then I leave this other half to cook later after this batch. Wash my hands off. And I have thought about it. I think after I get this cooking, we're obviously going to show you how I prep the breakfast sandwiches. And then I am going to show you that dessert I made that's in the fridge. I'm going to talk to you guys, give you guys a couple tips about dieting, talk about what I learned at church today, so hopefully you guys can learn it too. And I wrote down a few other things that I want to talk about. So hopefully we'll get to that. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. You guys are probably like, what the heck? You talk about eating all this chicken, rice, and mixed vegetables, and you haven't even showed us the rice yet. Forgot to tell you guys, I have leftover rice from last week, so I don't need to prep it. And that's why I'm not showing you guys how to do that. But it's pretty simple. I just throw it. I have a rice cooker. I throw it in. It's done in like 20 minutes, and then I put it in this tub. But yeah, leftover rice from last week. I wanted to show you guys how I can tell if the chicken is cooked. Because like I said before, I burn it probably 95% of the time. So this is how I really tell if it's cooked or not. I'll show you guys a little sneak peek. I go to a piece like this. Say there's a piece like this. If I can push it down with a rubber spatula and it break in half like that easy, then I know for sure it's done because it's tender.
Yep,
So that's how you
there's
can
me
tell if your chicken is done.
talking, but no sound coming. So you know what that means. My mic died. So I'm going to throw in a voiceover here explaining everything I explained in the video. That's me showing you everything I cooked, the mixed vegetables, patties, and chicken. And now I'm going to show you how to assemble the breakfast sandwiches I make. I prepared the ham and the English muffins, the cheese, and the eggs. And I didn't show you how to make fried eggs because I figured everyone would be able to know how to do that. So first, I'm going to try my hardest to get this English muffin opened up. As you can see, I set 6 pieces of tinfoil out already to prepare to wrap them. Finally got that English muffin opened. So first, I'm going to go to get an egg, but then fake you and go to the ham and realize I put 6 pieces of ham on before I put the eggs on. And the reason I do 6 pieces is because the very first sandwich I ever measured out, I did 6 pieces. So I always know the macros of the sandwich now. So I'm going to put 6 pieces on. There's 1, there's 2. I'm going to struggle getting this third piece, 3, 4, and then 2 more, 5, and 6. And then I put the egg on because I always put the piece of cheese on last because it kind of melts a little bit before you put it in the fridge for the week. And then when you put it in the air fryer, when you make the sandwich, it just melts even more and it makes an ooey gooey English muffin that you can compare to the English muffin at McDonald's. So there's me struggling to get cheese out of the packet again. I finally get it out. I open it up, take the plastic off, and then explain to you why I'm putting it on for some reason. Put the cheese on, put the top on, even though it was the bottom of the English muffin, and then show you that it's singles reduced fat cheese from Aldi. It's the plug. Aldi's the plug. Always go to Aldi. Put the bottom on, and then wrap that sucker up in tinfoil. 1 fold, 2 fold. I don't know why I showed you how to fold tinfoil. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. 4 fold, and then I got it done. Bang. Yeah, so as you can see, completely butchered the fourth quarter of the video because my mic died. It's totally okay. I actually I even filmed me eating that dessert I told you guys I made, and I did a little talk, and it was amazing. That's okay. We push on. I'm going to put a little future Landon clip right here and show you guys and tell you guys what I was going to talk about. One of the first things I was going to talk about is giving you guys some dieting tips, and one of those tips is this right here. 1 hydrogen, 2 oxygen. I'd go through 2 to 3 of these a day, like I said in the car talk in the video before. Drink your water. One rule of thumb I go by is I do 1 to 2 bites and then chug water. And then 1 to 2 bites and chug more water. And it helps you feel more full than if you just scarf down the food from the get go. Another thing I was going to talk about is what I learned about in church, which is understanding that the church building is only a building. It's not what the church actually is. We are the church. We are God's people. We are God's body, Jesus' body on this earth. And we talked about Acts chapter 19 today, which is right when Jesus ascends to heaven again from being on this earth. And then the churches start in the world. So that means we need to be God's body on this earth. He's empowered us with that ability to be his body on this earth. So that means we need to spread his word. We need to be kind, loving, and respectful to everyone. That's what we learned in church, and I wanted to spread that message to you to grow your faith through this channel. I pray that you guys grow people's faith. Every single person you see, treat them with kindness, love, and respect, and show them that God is amazing. Another thing I was going to show you is some of my birthday gifts. I got a national championship Ohio State shirt, and I got a new Young LA, just a black shirt, Young LA crossed. It's amazing. I'm so blessed with the people that are in my life Thank you for everyone that came to my birthday party. Thank you guys for the support. We're at 20 subscribers, which is amazing to me. My goal for the end of February was 15 subscribers. So we are exceeding that goal already, and it's February 2nd. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. I'm starting to get way more comfortable in front of the camera, and I hope you guys realize that. I pray you guys have an amazing day. I pray God blesses you. He will bless you. I pray you find faith in Him, and I pray you stay blessed. Jesus loves you. Stay safe.